Hello guys, my name is James, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some future Crown Crate items in the Elder Scrolls Online. Now we're currently in the Grim Harlequin season, and we're going to be going into the Celestial Crown Crate season once that finishes. So I'm going to be looking at some of the items data mined here by ESO Model Viewer. It's a great website if you haven't checked it out already. They have a really well put together, organized website to check out some future stuff. Now, not all of this stuff is going to be crown crates, some of it's just going to be crowns from the store, but it should be pretty obvious which is which, and we're going to dive right in and see what we're going to get. So, first item is the Azure Eyes. We currently have the Conjurer's Eyes in the current crates that are purple and pink, but these are just a different colour, so more variety, can't go wrong with that. Then we've got a pretty basic looking adornment there that's got like these kind of green gems on it, not too bad. Then we've got the Factorum kind of clockwork assistant. So this is going to be your banker and your merchant. And if you've already got the banker and the merchant, like the standard ones or the cat ones or the crows, this will be a very expensive reskin because they usually cost about 5,000 crowns. But if this is your first time buying, then this could be a good purchase because they do look pretty nice. Then we've got the armory assistant. Now this is going to be a big deal, and I'm pretty sure this will be free. Or in just the crown store, because this one will be able to swap your gear over. So mainly a console update, since PC get an add-on called Dressing Room. Basically you can swap around loadouts, so you're going to be able to have like a PvE set, you're going to be able to have like multiple PvP setups if you want to, and you'll be able to swap them by interacting with this guy. I won't go too much into that with this video because there's a whole mechanic on that, and it's a lot more restrictive for console, unfortunately, than PC, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Then we've got these body markings, so two pretty standard ones there, but then we've got these gold ones and these purple ones, which I do really like the look of because there's got some colour to them, and that usually means they stand out on when they're used with other skins or with a vampire skin. Then we've got the Black Friday sale, which will just be in the crown store, and that obviously you get your soul gems, your XP scrolls, your food, and probably a mount. So quite a good starter pack if you're looking to get into the game and just speed up a little bit. Then we've got the Deadlands DLC bundle, so you'll get this little pet here and the bear with the fiery theme. This isn't really like an Apex mount or anything like that, it's just kind of a themed mount, but it doesn't look too bad. Then we've got the Celestial robes. Now this is a really cool looking costume. I'm a big fan of the Celestial look anyway, even the kind of goofy helmet, the one that we get in game as part of the style pack. But this looks really nice. I think I'm definitely going to be getting this when it comes out. And I would probably guess that this is just going to come straight to the crown store. It's probably easier for us to sell it that way, but we'll have to wait and see. Then we've got the Crimson Oath style. Now you'll probably start to notice with the things like the Deadlands Gladiator pack, the Chitin pack that's just come out in the most recent crown crates, the Wake in Flame style, and actually a few more within this showcase. They're going for a more bare-chested kind of gladiator look with the theme, as you can see by this guy here, and for the females they're wearing less and less on the chest, which I'm guessing players have asked for. Then we've got the Silver Rose. It doesn't look too bad here and there, but mostly kind of a standard, like nothing too special there. Then we've got the visuals for the crown crates, which looks quite nice. And then we've got the front cover for the Deadlands DLC. We've got some emotes here. So we've got the Bumbling Artificer. Then we've got Fancy Juggling. Play Quanun, is that? Some sort of instrument. Then we've got the Stargazer, so you can sit there with your e-girl and look at the stars, pretend it's real life. Then we've got the Daedric Ambitions furnishing pack. So this looks pretty cool. Most of the time furnishing packs have like loads of little chairs and just little trinkets in, and then one or two really good things. So I'm hoping this actually includes some of the structural stuff so we can build, but we'll just have to wait and see. Then we've got the Armory Station. So this is going to be what goes in your house, and I'm pretty sure this is actually free because this is how you swap between loadouts. So very, very cool change coming to ESO. Hopefully we'll move towards how the dressing room works on PC. Then we've got a Celestial Vortex, which looks like quite a nice furnishing item for a house. Same as the Deadlands Relic case, although I'm hoping this ends up being bigger than the current relic cases we get in game, because we have quite a few of these and they're quite small, so a big one would be cool. Then we've got the Warrior's Flames, which is a furnishing item, another cool lighting effect. And you'll see in the background that this is actually the boss fight for Hel-Ra Citadel, where you fight the warrior. So it's very clear they've gone for a a Craglorn themed Celestial theme with this, and That really does show later on in the showcase, which is good. Then we've got some more of the head markings to match the first body markings, so these don't look too bad, especially like those purple ones, they look pretty cool. Then we've got the House Agony's Ascent and also Ossa Accentium, I think that is. No pictures of those yet, but I'm sure near the time there'll be some YouTube video walkarounds to look forward to. Then we've got a house guest, which is a little rat. Pretty cool to see that we're getting house guests that aren't just humans, so they could probably do a lot with this. We'll have to wait and see. And we've got a memento there, one of the unicorn wolves. Now, we did have this a while ago with a horse, so the chances are they're probably just going to all the different types of mount to give them one of these little hats with the horn on to make them look like a unicorn. Then we've got the Azure Blight Wild Hunt Steed. So this is really cool. I like this. Very good color scheme. Looking at the grass on the ground, I'm kind of hoping that it spreads this Azure Blight plague as it runs. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but some of the Radiant Apexes, not that this will be a Radiant Apex, but some of the Radiants do have kind of like an animation where they leave footprints on the ground and stuff like that. So I'm hoping this will have that. And this is usually for sale for between 400 and 500 crown gems at the time of the crate. So you won't be able to get this from crates. So if this is something you do want, it's probably best to get saving whenever. Then we've got a pretty standard looking Howler, not too bad. And we've got our first of the Radiant Apex mounts. This is the Celestial Realm, and this looks very cool. So we've got a lot of lighting effects that go on here. And if you see that, there was a furnishing item called the Celestial Orbis a while ago, and that was really nice. So that's kind of like the theme we've got here. And I imagine this glows like an absolute Christmas tree when you're riding it around. So very looking forward to that. It should look pretty cool. And then we've got another horse. Not too much going on with this one, but it's not too bad. And then we've got another Warzog. So you'll see a few of these. They're starting to remodel these into the different styles. So it's probably just another template that we're going to get different colours and effects with soon. And then we've got an Everglow Indrik. So that's got the pretty cool like black and purple effect on it, which I kind of like. And I'd be interested to see if this comes with the normal way of getting Indriks, which is evolving your own Indrik, or whether it's a standalone purchase, because we haven't had Indriks for a while. And then we got this sad little guy. I was looking through this and I felt really bad. He looks so sad, bless him. It's probably not a mount people are going to get. Like, it's compared to the others, not much going on there. Poor guy. And then we've got the Nebulous Starborn Steed. Now this is definitely one of the one of the three Radiant Apex mounts, and this one looks incredible. So just like the Ram, it's got some real nice visual effects. And it's got this kind of celestial fire coming off the back of it. So, you know, to me, this one matches like the mage, you know, the mage boss, the Therian Archive. This one matches the warrior. And we'll have to wait and see if we get a serpent one at some point. Then we've got the bear that was part of the Wake in Flame, or the Deadlands DLC, sorry, at the start. And then we've got this Cinch Lion. I do really like the look of this actually. The colour scheme is really nice and looks very realistic. It's definitely got that Lion King vibe going on. And then we got the Starborn Guardians bear. So all these Starborns are real nice. They're going to be your kind of standard crown gem mounts for this season of crown crates. So they'll be 400 gems each. And they do look cool. Although a lot of the time with these newer crown crate mounts like this, they don't have visual effects on them. Not like the very first few of the mounts when it came to like the Atronach mounts. A lot of these just look nicer but don't have like a visual effect or lighting when they spawn, so just something to be aware of there. Then we've got the third and final Radiant Apex mount. I really do like this one, even though it's not quite as shiny as like this one. You know, that's very out there, it's very in your face. This one isn't quite as shiny, but it does look really cool. It combines the Celestial look with the Iron Atronach look, which is really nice. And we did have 3 Radiant Apexes that were in this style last crown season in the Iron Atro crates. So if you want to see like the probable kind of animations, then go and check out a video of those and you'll probably see it in action. Then we've got another pretty standard looking horse. Looks like it's got a skull painting on his face. Then we've got some pets. We've got a mushroom, we've got a cat, a rat hound and another dog. Then we've got some arms packs. This looks pretty nice. This is the Baron arms pack with a red theme. Then we've got the Kalnar's Nightmare, which looks kind of nice as well with that ghostly theme. And then we've got the Gloam Bound. Now, this doesn't look too bad, but what I'm excited for here is that this isn't actually like tied to a boss. Most, well, if not all actually, of the previous arms packs are all tied to some kind of boss that drops a monster set, and that's great, but obviously we're going to run out at some point. So I do like that they're going to be bringing out sets that aren't tied to bosses. It just means there's probably going to be more variety in the future, which is never a bad thing. And then we've got the Sovereign Guard Steel pack. This kind of reminds me of like Skyrim, Dragonborn theme. Not too exciting though. I kind of like my shiny stuff. Then we've got the Everglow Champion. Kind of looks a bit like Ebony in terms of like the armor style there. And we've gone to the Gladiator bundle. Now this again follows the theme earlier, what I mentioned with, you know, more skin showing and more of like a skimpy look for the females and more of a bare-chested look for the males. Doesn't look too bad. You can definitely see some of this being used. But yep, we've got these Spell Scar Little arms now, and these aren't too bad. If you've ever picked up the Spell Scar Shard Furnishing, you'll see that it's got this kind of ice, lightning, fire theme going through it, just the same as the huge Spell Scar in Craglorn, and so that looks pretty good. And then we've got a Blue Spriggan, which is really cool. I do like kind of mostly purple, I guess. I do really like the colour scheme of this, and even on the previous screen it kind of mentioned that this one would just be Crown Gem or Endeavour exclusive. Now I'm pretty sure at this stage there won't be enough Endeavours to buy this kind of thing, so it would just be Crown Gems, and I think it's between 400 and 500. So again, like the Azure Blight mount that we saw earlier, this is something you just have to save up for. So next up we've got the Skin Astral Sheen. This is really cool. I do like this. This definitely have got some mage vibes from Ethereal Archive, so really cool looking skin. Nothing bad about this one at all, really. And then we've got the Impish Epidermis, and I have to be honest, I'm not really a fan of these. There's loads of these in the game already. So you've got like the Spider Kiss skin from Cradle of Shadows. You've got the one from Castle Thorn. You've got the Mind Shriven skin, I think it's called. And then this one. They all kind of just make your characters look like a jerky, and I'm not really a fan of that. So I mean, you know, it could look cool on some characters, but not something I'm personally going to use. Now this is very cool. So as you can see here, this one has actually got Sanctum Ophidia in the background, and it's got that serpent theme going on with the serpent boss from that trial. And this one, again, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, that is the Ethereal Archive background. These flowers are throwing me off a bit, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. But this one looks great. I think this is going to be a real head turner, and it kind of reminds me of when the Dramata skin first came out, because when someone was wearing that, when the trial was just released, you could see them so far away. It was very distinguishable and a very cool looking skin. That's about it. We've got the Sky Shards, obviously, which you'll be able to buy once you've collected all the Sky Shards from that zone. And of course, we've got armory slots, so you're probably going to get one armory slot for free, like we did the costume system, and then after that it's going to cost. So that's it. Very, very cool looking crates in my opinion. I think there's a lot of things here that are going to be nice. Namely, you know, to look at a few highlights for me, I'm really going to be going for this costume. I think this looks so cool. There's going to be some skins, some body markings like this one. There's going to be a lot of things in these crates that are very attractive. So just something to bear in mind for the Radiant Apex mounts. These have different effects. Obviously this one looks great by itself. It's going to have a good idle animation. But they also, Radiant Apexes sometimes have a run animation, like they have effects behind them or effects they leave on the ground. They have a howl animation, and some of them even have a run animation that only triggers after they've used the howl. So just something to bear in mind there, because the last thing you want to do is like drop loads and loads of crates on a Radiant that doesn't really have a cool visual effect. Good example is the Ram, not this Ram, but the Ram that just came out before. I think it was Ram of Dark Delights or something. It was actually the most expensive Radiant Apex in the Grim Harlequin crates, and it had like no special effects. So it's always worthwhile checking out a YouTube video. Like tons of people buy all of these on day one, put them all on YouTube and showcase them. Definitely do that, because I actually watched that thinking I'm going to go for the Ram, and then I saw that it had like no effects and thought maybe not. So really do kind of advise caution there. But otherwise, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section what you think of these crates, what kind of things you'd like to see in future crown crates, what you're excited for. My next upload is going to be some Emperor gameplay. I was actually Emperor of Blackreach when Dark Convergence came out on a Magic and Necromancer, and I put it on and it was an absolute massacre, so it's so much fun, and I'd like to show you that in the next video. And then I'll be looking at some Crown store showcases which should come out in the next few days, followed by some housing showcases, some builds, all that kind of good stuff. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, then feel free to subscribe, stick around, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.